Okay. I need a new pen, I guess. Well, there's really nothing to say about Core Exhumed since I haven't been playing Geometry Dash for like I don't know more than a year, I guess. I don't really have enough time for that now. I work kinda. I'm at my master's course at the university, so I mean really no time for games. Plus my laptop barely can handle what is it called? Can barely handle even YouTube. I mean it's 14 years of age, so that is one of the reasons why I have just started the broadcast on my phone because it's even better. My phone is better than my laptop, so just yeah, no core exhumed, no geometry dash, unfortunately. Hello, Jawbreaker. Hello, really nice to see you. So that is why I just decided to buy, what is it called? Like the phone holder, I guess. I bought a phone holder. I put my phone into my, phone holder, and that is how I am broadcasting now. That's it. Sound like homeless man would make some use out of that. I mean, probably, yeah. I mean, I can even use my laptop for my job. I mean, it does suck and it sucks a lot, but I mean, it actually can do something. It's not like pointless. I mean, when I start YouTube or just any other social media, it can load a website for more than 40 seconds, but it can load it. Actually, my laptop overheats when I launch something heavier than, YouTube. It just overheats and turns the fuck off. But, you know, so I don't even think about launching anything like 1 fucking million object level in Geometry Dash on this laptop because it's not for nothing, so to speak. It sucks. It sucks that I can't play even like the lightest games ever, but life is life, I guess. Life is life. So yeah. Okay, continue. It is so unfortunate, by the way, that I can't turn on any sort of music, but I guess that's one of the disadvantages of launching a broadcast from a phone on a phone, I guess. So I have to tolerate it. Through, I don't even have Spotify, and I doubt that it will work, actually. I don't really know how it works in reality though, but um, I haven't even tried. That's like the first broadcast ever that I have. Wait, the stream looks a lot nicer than your first. I mean, what do you mean nicer? Do you mean that the camera quality is better, or what is it, or the sound, or everything combined? Oh yeah, if you mean quality, that's probably because as you can see, my phone, which is not a really expensive one, can handle broadcasts better than my computer, even a better one that I have at home. Fuck, I'm streaming from a fucking dormitory. It's not even my home. This place sucks. I mean, any moment somebody can just, break into my room and just, I don't know, rape me the fuck out just right on the broadcast, and you will not even be able to do anything about it. It's a dangerous country. you know? How can I see the messages? Okay, yes, now I can see them. Of course, it's not, the most it's it never happened, but you know I just feel like it. I mean, I feel like it can happen any moment. Like, not even may, it can happen any single moment. And I just don't feel like I don't feel safe here. I've been living here for 4 years, and I don't feel safe. Also, it's not right consent. You know, it's not that I consent to ravishment, to rape. It's not my kind of thing, if you ask me. But yeah, I mean, it actually sucks that on the phone the messages disappear very little time after you can see them, after they appear. And if I want to check the history, I have to somewhat, I don't know, just to press a button, I guess. Press the settings button, then quit settings, and only after that I can see, you know, the most recent messages that you've sent. So, yeah. Of course, that's not the most comfortable way of streaming. But before that, I had a couple of drawing streams as well, and it was even worse. For those who don't know or do not remember, I took a lamp, just a big lamp, which had a few, you know, oh, it's you. It's Elite Gamer. Oh, there you are. Okay, now, okay, that's some good information. What's the bank account? I'd like to know so I can order. I really okay. It's called if you can see it. Wait, Office Space. Um, it's a gel pen, but I am not sure if you can find them, whenever you live. It's like just the Russian stuff. It's not like any international firm that produces this particular kind of pens. So, um, yeah, I mean, that's it. That's Office Space if you really eager to find the manufacturer. But as I said, the odds of your finding it in, anywhere outside of Russia are just infinitesimal, to say the least. So yeah, I back to my miserable story of streaming um, I don't, from 2019 or 2018 maybe. Um, so I took a lamp which had, some metallic carcass. It had joints. It had two, like, I don't really know how to call them, but they're like, the real joints human organism. And they so you could, how to put it, you could, at you know tune the direction where the lamp looks. So I took a web camera, a duct tape, and I just attached the webcam uh, to the lamp. Just don't really ask me how. And I attached it with the duct tape, and that's how I was streaming. It was even worse than the way I do it now. It's kind of comfortable right now, to tell the truth. I don't know, doing digital like one of those infinite. You know, I think I could try digital drawing, but yeah, I guess I understand what you mean. I actually saw one of them where there was like infinite zoom and picture in a picture within a picture within a picture within a picture within a picture, and so on and so forth. But the problem about digital drawing is that I have to buy a tablet, and after that I have to, somehow learn how to draw, digitally. And I have to download, special program. I don't think it's too difficult actually, but the problem is that I don't really want to waste time. I'm kind of retrograde, a conservative person in that regard. So even though it may take not too much time, I mean, one of the okay, I simply just don't wanna, learn any new things. I've learned two things in my life. It's eat now three things. No, okay, four things in my life. It's eat, it's shit, it's drink, and draw. So these are four things, and I don't really want to learn anything new, because, like, they say that nowadays you have to be flexible, you have to be able to learn new things, to use this fucking ubiquitous artificial intelligence. I mean, no. Hell no. I'm going to fucking rot um, at the dumping site, I guess. But no way I learn any new skill in my life. So yeah, that's pretty much it. By the way, they've got new restrictions on YouTube. I mean, at least those are restrictions for phone, for mobile broadcast. But they say that people who can watch my broadcasts are my subscribers, which is logical. But also, as for people who aren't subscribed, the limitation is up to 25 people. I'm not sure whether it's like a simultaneous thing, you know. Uh, Wait. Uh, to my dishes and laundries. Yeah, actually, no, that would be a much more convenient thing if some stupid ass robot could just vacuum my room, could just um, wash dishes for me. I don't know, maybe help me with my masturbation, things like that. But uh, Yeah, actually, art is more intimate, is more personal, I guess. I wouldn't want any AI to make drawings for me. So what was I talking? Yeah, about the YouTube limitations. They say that apart from your subscribers, only 25 people can watch your broadcast. I'm not sure whether it is 25 unsubscribed people who can watch my stream simultaneously, or whether it is 25 people who can watch a broadcast in total. Like, like after the 25th, um, how to say, appearance of a stranger on my stream, the stream will just disappear from the YouTube feed. I don't really know how it works. It's like sort of stupid, but I guess that that there is a reason why it was introduced. They say that when I reach a landmark of 1,000 subscribers, they will allow me to, like, they will enlarge the number of people capable of seeing my broadcast. But I mean, it was probably introduced so that any I don't know, terrorist, suicidal guys weren't able to attract attention to them, something like that. Probably. I mean, I can't think of any other reasonable reason behind it, you see? So that's it. Da, 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 da. You can see some, water dripping, probably. It's so stupid. It was like 8 or 11 degrees Celsius yesterday. It was quite warm. And today's morning just, witnessed the biggest fucking snowfall that occurred um, throughout the winter of 2024 to 2025. I mean, it's fucking March. What sort of snow? What the fuck do you mean snow? And of course now the temperature is positive, and of course everything is melting, and like the streets are full of shit because it's always like that. But it's kind of tolerable when the shit is solid. You can sort of have it not attached to your pants, to your to your clothes and things like that. But when shit is liquid, it sucks. Actually, we sometimes also have snow till like April. It happens this way, not really often, but I would really like have to have. I would really want Russian winters to be like the winters in the United Kingdom, or like some of the southern states of the US, because as far as I know, in the United Kingdom you've got like 8 degrees in winter, I mean Celsius, and maybe some moderate mild rainfall every now and then. But Russian winters, they suck, and they suck a lot. The problem is not in the snow. Although I do not really like relative temperature. I'm not a huge fan of this, like 25 pleats of clothes. But I mean, all right, okay. But the problem here is that winters used to be really snowy in the past, from what I know. Uh, you know, from what my parents and grandparents told me. But uh, due to this fucking stupid bitch called global warming, we don't have wind. It can't really be described without the use of mature language. The problem here is that sometimes snow falls, and it falls in large chunks, in big snowflakes, in large amounts. And just the next day, we've got positive temperature, which means that all of that is now just melting. And sometimes it can, okay, and just imagine everything is melting and the streets are just filled with water, and the next day the temperature is negative again, and all the water just turns into ice. Now we have fucking compressed snow with a thick layer of ice, so that, and the next day the temperature is positive yet again, and that means that now we have compressed snow. We've got ice, but above, on top of that ice, we also have streams of water. And if ice wasn't enough for you to just fucking stumble, slip, and fall on your stupid beach ass face, now you've got also water on top of that. How do you like it, you little just, you know, not winter like in bitch? You've got ice, on top of ice you've got water, and that's it, and that's just literally every fucking winter in Russia nowadays. Plus there is another, issue that we are suffering from, particularly in, even in relatively big towns. The problem is that, in big cities, architects just try to do something for people's comfort, but not in Russia. Here, architects just, I don't know, they probably never, they're never sober, they never work, because we don't have any, how is that called, sewers, I guess. I mean, we've got these, what are they, um, uh, yeah, thank you, thank you. Now I guess I will, probably I will, uh, I was streaming drawing, and I will be streaming drawing, but now I think I can broadcast my drinking, so that I can drink and stream, and I can, just speak in this fashion so that you can understand not even a single fucking word. So coming back to winter, we do have sewers, but we sometimes do not have, how are they called, hatches, I guess, the street hatches, these uh, giant pieces of metals, in a circular shape. You get it, right? And we do have them, but in some, the most stupid imaginable places, so that um, the water just doesn't, it just doesn't flow into the sewers. And that sometimes at the, it's not a crossroad, this place where some traffic lights are situated. I forgot the word for it. It's not the crossroad or road cross, I don't know, but you get the idea, okay? And sometimes they are, the road is a little bit depressed in some places, and if you want to cross the road, you have to, like, jump over a 4 meter long water stream, and sometimes that's just straightforward impossible, so you have to just ford through the water. In a fucking town, there are asphalt roads, there are traffic lights, things like that, and then you have to, like, feel like in a fucking survival show. Am I in a fucking jungle, you stupid town makers? Like, I don't know, just fuck it. Why do I have to suffer from this type of shit? Hell no, that's, god damn it. Am I in Dante's Inferno? I don't know. I thought that this place was called Earth, you dumbasses. Why do I have to feel like, I don't know. I don't deserve that. Please get me the fuck out of this. Get me the fuck out of this country. Get me the fuck out of this place. I don't know. Do something about that. It's not okay. Oh, by the way, uh, Jawbreaker, where do you live? I forgot your exact location. I do remember I had a guy from Romania on my server, but it wasn't you. It was another dude. I don't remember your place. So could you please remind me of it? By the way, do you like these globus that I'm drawing right now? Yeah, Canada. It's a fucking ice hell, from what I know. It's stupid. It's so stupid. Like, I mean, that's probably not the most stupid country, but like, hell no. It's like even colder than Russia, I believe. By the way, how do you like live in Canada? I do know that you have two official languages, which are English and French. Like, I could see that. Wait a second. Props for drawing with a ball pen. What do you mean, AI? Oh, that's awful. Um, I'm sorry. Accept my what is it called? Like commiseration. I mean, you've got two languages there. I saw that dude from Canada, that chemistry man, like Nile Red, his name is, and he showed some chemical shit in his videos, and it literally just had two names, the one in French and the one in English. I mean, just English is like ubiquitous. Why preserve French, you know, writing on on things? I mean, it sounds. I mean, I heard of places where there are two or more languages, official languages, like Luxembourg has German and French as official languages. Belgium has, Switzerland, they have Italian, they have German, French, and stuff. But like, imagine there is, oh yeah, -30. That's a great temperature. That's fucking hell of a country, I guess. So like, just imagine there is a court, right? So what do jurors say there when the process begins? Like, do they say, "All rise, court is now in session," or do they say, uh, "Lecture, justice, session." I don't know French, but you get it. Like, what language do they choose for like official shit like that, like courts and a lot of things. Like, for example, you make up a contract, you file a complaint and shit like that. What language do you? In what language do you do that shit? You know, you're in Pakistani. I mean, it's not a like um, it's not our globus. It's like it's the alternative Earth. So just it's just some random shit continents that I just drew here. Um, yeah, I mean the UK has not Pakistani, but that uh, but okay, I'm not an expert. I don't live in the UK, but like, don't you have uh okay, don't you have like Indian men here and there? Like, I don't. Maybe you've got Pakistani as well, because as I said, I'm not a freaking UK expert. I'm just little man who draws globuses or globi. What is the plural for globus? I mean, I know you can just we have yeah, um like I know that you can just add s to all the shit you want and you get the plural. So by the way, that's so fucking stupid. Um you've got these, you know, irregular plural forms that are formed after their original Latin patterns, like, you know, cactus, cacti, uh, you know, bacterium, bacteria, and things like that. But you know, some things just they're not subject to that rule. For example, you can say planetarium, planetaria, but you cannot say museum, musea. It just doesn't work. You say museums. What the fucking hell, you stupid Englishman? Just go fuck yourself. Or like, there is another pattern of plural formation, which is ex into ces, like vortex, vortices, vertex, vertices, helix, helices, and so on and so forth. But again, it doesn't really work always. So sometimes you cannot say complex complexes, you can only say complex complexes. Hey, you there, English language makers, just go fuck yourself, why don't you? All right. You know, we were taught at school that the only way of forming plural for fish is like fish, but now if you look at this shit up in the dictionary, you will see that the variant fishes is also possible. What the fuck? Fish, fishes. Why you can say ox, oxen, but not box, boxen, or fox, foxen? Fuck you all. Stupid gentry. I hate you. Alright, enough about linguistics. I've got a lot of it. Got too much linguistics. Don't even want to discuss this piece of crap. Alright. Okay, what else can I tell you? You know, I work as a tutor, by the way. That shit sucks. You know, the English language has, you know, it doesn't really have a sufficient amount of swearing words for me to express how much I fucking detest children. I mean, you cannot do anything with them. Like, you cannot beat them. It's not that I, you know, enjoy beating children, but like, I would like to have an opportunity to. Hey, you, people who advocate the rights of man, the human rights, I'm sorry. Where are you? Why don't you make an amendment? Also, you know, I've got one eighth grade girl who comes to my classes. You know, she looks kind of pretty. Why doesn't the law allow me to just simply rape her? I mean, it's not okay to ravish people, just, you know, you should respect people, of course. Rape is bad and things like that, but you know, she comes to my classes. She is at my mercy. She has already like agreed to accept everything that happens on our during our lessons. Why can't you just rape her? It's not fair. It's not fair, you know. How many could you take on invite now? You know, it actually depends on children because there are some hype. I've got one hyperactive child, and he's super smart, but he knows a lot of like he's in the fourth grade and he already knows words like destruction and things like that. And and as I said, he's super smart, but I've got so much trouble with him. He does so much random shit. I'm working at an office, and this office has a long corridor, and he always wants to go to the toilet, and he just waters the flowers from just right from the tap, and then there is an overflow, and that happened once, and then it happened a second time, and that I had to wipe all the fucking waters all the water from the flower pots. I fucking hate him. Then there is a second office where I work sometimes, and he just does some random shit. He just opens up the liquid soap uh, thin container, like, and he just dilutes the shit with water. He just wants randomly, just put out all the water from the container and like put in some antiseptic shit. Like, I don't know, he has some really wacky things in his head. That's why I fucking hate children. That you never know what they're up to. As for the 10 years old, I think, well, I definitely could like kick shit out of one or two of them. I'm smart enough to keep distance. So just plus children in the fourth grade are usually not high enough. They grow. Usually they start growing when they're in the fifth grade or like no, like sixth, seventh. If you take four, a fourth grade child, you can just super easily reach his head with your leg, with your foot. So you can easily just like um, just beat one of them, like with one very, you know, tender, with one subtle, precise kick. I believe that I could take two of them, maybe even three of them. I'm not very high. I'm 1.70. It's in centimeters. No way I'm fucking going to transfer it into your stupid 6.5 or whatever system. Just check it out manually. So I am 1.70. I'm always high. I knew you would say this shit. I knew that. I mean, it's not that I knew, but I'm not really surprised by what you have just said. So I have been knowing you for just too long, Skrillex. I'm sorry that that wasn't surprising, but yeah. So I think that I could handle with three 10-year-old kids. That wouldn't be too hard. But I think that if we go further to, for example, four of them, I think that this is where things get really tough um, since then they can encircle you. They can besiege you from different sides, and that is the point where things get escalated. So I think four is my terminal point, whereas five of them is just probably just a fucking hardcore mode, you know. Just okay, let me check the charge. Okay, it's normal. um okay, also let me check the okay, my phone got a little bit hotter, but it's normal, I guess. So 5 10-year-old kids is probably my verdicts. I wouldn't handle more of them. Maybe I could, handle 5 or more kids if I just resorted to the exhaustion tactics. The if I could drive them out, I think that would be possible. But again, that's a very specific question. I haven't taken part in any battles or fights against 10-year-old kids. Unfortunately, I think, there is a type of entertainment when, there is a room with a lot of objects like pots, bottles, and things like that, and you just can take a baseball bat and just kick the shit out of all the stuff in the room. I think there should be some legally accepted places where you can do the same, but with little children. Just not that I hate children, but I think that would be a fun thing to do every now and then. Sometimes just imagine there are parents who like who have a children, and they just sometimes suffer from the parenthood being just too tough for them, and unfortunately they cannot beat their own child to death, but sometimes they really want to, so they can come to the beat shit out of kids club, and just beat shit out of kids. I think we should grow a special species of children for this sort of thing. I think that would be fair enough. How about this? You can only use things you find in a school playground to fight them. School playground? I mean, what exactly do you mean? Like, there aren't too many things there. Like, rocks, sticks. You mean that sort of things, or what? I don't know. Maybe the playgrounds in the UK and in Russia are different. But from what I remember, there isn't too much battle stuff on the playground. Like there are slides, there are swings, but apart from that, nothing too miscellaneous. So, do I have to like use only environmental stuff? Do you mean that? Because kids, they are you know could have bats like cricket bat or baseball. Ah, you mean okay. Okay, listen. As for the balls, balls, balls are not the best thing to fight with, I guess. Bats, bats. But the problem is that children also can use bats. I think that's um that's a problem. I mean, children can even try to grab your bat. I'm not sure whether they are or are not smart enough for such a move, but it levels the playing field a little bit for the children, I guess, if they can also use such a stuff. But if children cannot use the same tools that I resort to, then I think that okay. As for the bad, um, if a bat is long enough, I think. But again, I mean, the problem is just the same. They can beleaguer me. They can besiege me. From different directions. I mean, I could play Juggernaut and just, spin furiously with my bat outstretched. And in that case, I think I could, create that tornado move that would beat children really hard. Then I think I could beat more children in that case. But again, okay, you know, there is always a chance that there is that super duper reckless kid who doesn't really give a fuck about things. And sometimes, I guess rarely, but you can meet children who, like, at the age of 7 can, you know leisurely take a fucking brick or something and just throw it into another child, or who can, just shit right into your backpack because they don't give a fuck about anything. They're psychopaths. Psycho Psychopaths or psychopaths or psycho whom? Psychopath. I I guess. I don't really remember what was the exact ending of the word. Uh, uh, okay, good. Probably one of my favorite artists. Oh, hello. Thanks for that. Thanks. Are you an old subscriber or a new one? Or are you the one whom I already know, but you've got a different nickname from that of you have on Discord? Who art thou, O stranger? I think I could also make, writing streams. If my computer didn't suck such huge mess of a dick, that probably would have been possible. How do you think it'll take to finish the drawing you're doing? Um, well, I don't know. Well, I don't know. I've been streaming for almost 80 minutes, so I've already drawn the orange. I've almost finished the globus. It's not going to take much to draw the. It's not feather. It's what is it? Uh, the feather that you write with. I forgot the word for it. But you get the idea. So it won't take too much to draw the feather. These ink thin. um, as for the candle holder, it will probably take longer since I will make some patterns here, some patterns for the chalice. I don't know, maybe 2 more hours or things like that. The problem here is that when you draw or when you do something on stream, you just get distracted by the chat, by things like that. Plus, you're always talking, and that means that you cannot focus on drawing as fast as you can. Although I'm a person who does things quite quickly, uh, I was doing very, I was very fast at creating levels in General Dash. I am quite a fast writer, I think. I mean, especially taking into consideration the form that I'm writing in. So I don't know, maybe an hour, maybe 2 hours. I don't know. Would I finish it faster if I wasn't streaming? I don't know, probably yes, but it's still kind of, it makes me feel less lonely since, I live in the dormitory and I live in a room alone. I'm not a very talkative person, so I don't really chat with anyone at the university. So the only listeners that I've got are children, but I fucking abhor children. Yeah, I don't have too many interlocutors in my life. So yeah, it just makes me feel a little bit less depressed, I guess. So yeah, I don't know if 2 hours, if 2 or 3 hours is fast or slow enough for a drawing of this kind, but that's it. All right, so I have already almost finished the globus. Okay, finally. Now let's get to these shit. What is it called? It's not a feather. It's a quill. Yes, fucking remember. It's a quill. Okay, good. I'm not that bad at English. I promise. I promise you. I promise. It's not that horrible. So, just voila. I've got one side of a quill, and now just behold magic. Tadam! I have just fucking, you know, finished the quill. All right. What's? Oh no, wait. I haven't finished the globus yet. Now I have finished it. Okay. Now let's get to the ink. Ink. What is it? It's ink container or ink. Ink what? Hey, ye, Englishmen and English women, if there are any in the chat. What what shitty name have you come up with for this ink shitty shit? Detective Agent Randy Beans. Um, I think it's quite improbable that this thing is called this way, but I will double check it after the stream just to be on the safe side. You can never be too sure about different things. Because, I've been assured that fish has only the one way of forming plural, and that was fish as well. How original, but it seems like fishes is also possible nowadays. So, like, I mean, this thing would be called something like ink thin, I don't know, ink bottle, ink glass, but like maybe it is called, what did he call it? Once again, let me check. Detective Agent Randy Beans. Yes, maybe it's called Detective Agent Randy Beans. I don't know. Um, maybe English is fucked. So yeah, everything is possible. I believe. I'm really invigorated. I'm really um, how do you know what to draw and how to draw it? It's it's really, you know, a weird question for me. Like, for example, what I'm drawing right now is the drawing for the proem, for the introduction, for the forward, so to speak. And in that proem, I present myself as an author who kind of realizes himself as an author, not as a narrator within the book. But I also present myself as, the poem in overall is just, it has this bookish air about it, like, of pristine ancient shit, the most olden and elden things you can think of. So it's an introduction, and it's just a bunch of cool stuff. But what is cool for, like, boys? I don't know, maybe skeletons, like fire, horse, guns, blood, and things like that. And I'm drawing the things that are, hey, shitty camera, can you focus, please? Can you please focus? Okay, fuck it. So I just collect the things that can be considered as cool, that could be considered as cool in, like, um 1705 or something like that, and just draw them. So, like, a quill, a fucking candle holder, a globus, a book, a scroll, a bottle of alcoholic shit, I guess, and things like that. As for the other cases, as I said, I'm not really good at drawing, like, faces. I do really suck at anatomy. That's why I've got, every single time I try to draw a person, it has, this little fucking malformed and mutilated fleur about it. So, for the same reason, I'm not really good at drawing animals, and that is the main reason why I can't draw, the real illustration. I mean, these things are also illustrations, but what I mean by saying real illustrations is that I can't draw, scenes with people, just like Gustave Doré did in most of his engravings. Like, you can Google up the Bible, Gustave Doré, or Paradise Lost. He made a lot of illustrations. So I want to draw like he did. He had, a lot of theatrical poses, and that looks super cool. But unfortunately, I can't do that. So that is why I have to take things out of the environment. So, like, for example, for example, let me think. The dudes, they make a huge bell or something like that. Well, what can I draw for that scene? That's right, a huge fucking bell. Or, for instance, I do really like drawing weapons. Swords specifically, but I think spears, bows, and things like that are also okay. So, what do? I just simply imagine how a weapon would look like. I describe it in the book, and I just, what can be better to demonstrate the great splendor of a, I don't know, of a spear, right? That's it. That's the spear it fucking self. So, yeah, I just have to brainstorm and extract um, ideas from the narration itself, since the real scenes are not available for me due to my being unskilled brat of a dude. So yeah, just look at the text and try to catch something that can be drawn out of it. Yeah, so as for how to draw things, um, sometimes I do really rarely look things up to, for a reference, right? Especially when I'm drawing something that I'm not particularly good at, like animals and things like that. But um, for the most part, as you can see, I just draw different plants, different like columns, pillars, and that is the typical sort of stuff for me. So I just replicate them over and over and over again. So it's not too much of a deal for me, I suppose. Yeah, so that's it. So just the things that you can see right now, the candles and the candle holders. Again, I drew them multiple times. Globus isn't what I got used to drawing, but it's not that difficult actually. By the way, I've got this thing. I don't know how you guys call it in English, but that stupid, school stationery that you used to make circles, and that's how I make such beautiful, perfect circles. So it's not really easy, just not really hard. Just draw a circle with this circular making thing, and that's it. You just fill it with some random stuff. Again, the quill, I drew it before, a chalice, a bottle, a scroll, everything has been already drawn by me at some point of time. So nothing really difficult. It is difficult to draw something that has to do with again, anatomy, with realistic proportions, and with that kind of thing. Like, in the drawings that I made, you could see a helmet. Oh my god, it I didn't spend too many attempts on it. Virtually, I spent like 2 or 3 attempts, but it has to do with perspective. It has to do with somewhat realistic human body anatomy, and that's why perspective plus anatomical aspect made it some sort of an ordeal for me to take on. But I think, I reckon I accomplished quite well with it, and I am really proud of myself for drawing such a beauteous theme. It's getting dark, so I'm going to turn on the lights. I hope now it's better, at least to some extent. Have you drawn something similar to the bolt of Grand Sex or Mesmespia in Elden Ring? By the way, just give me a sec. I'm going to show you. Um, it must be somewhere here. I just want to find it. Just give me a sec. It's a drawing that I have already scanned, but you haven't seen it in the poem because it's not time yet. But nonetheless, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Just again, give me a second. It's not really like a Mesmer spear, but it's a spear that somewhat resembles it, and I just want to show it. Just can't find it. No, no, no. Just give me a sec, okay? Just have tolerance. I've got have patience. I've got autism or whatever. Oh yeah, I found it. Just look at it. Isn't it great? I know it's not like Mesmosphere, because Mesmosphere had like more curved elements here and there, but that's it. As for the bolt of Grand Sax, from what I remember, it has some really not weird, but interesting shape. It has like two bolts that intertwine with each other. And by the way, I'm going to draw something like that for Zeus. He's going to, in the archaic English, the lightning bolt is called Levin. And I'm going to. That one doesn't look some. What's Slain Spear? Yeah, thank you, thank you. That would be the. It would be called Nixit, and it would be the spear of this of Simargol, the god of cosmic dark. Well, anyway, back to Zeus. I'm going to draw a huge lightning bolt that will be, I believe, somewhat resemblant of the bolt of Grand Sax. It won't be too intertwined, although maybe I will make it intertwined closer to its pinnacle, and so it will be the Grand Levin. In one word, the Grand Levin. And I think I would choose the name. I will call it somewhat like something like Fulgur, because Fulgur is lightning in Latin. Oh my god, look at me, I'm so smart. I do know how to say lightning in Latin. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, I've got this spear. I will, I've got huge, massive weapon in mind, and there are many more to come, so to speak. Oh wait, fuck! You don't see what I'm drawing. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I do appreciate you and what you see. So yeah. By the way, as of late, there is such weapon as a bident, right? A two-pointed spear, I guess. There is such weapon as a trident, which is a three-pointed spear. But from what I know, there is no such weapon as four-pointed spear. It's like agricultural tool. I'm not sure what it's called, but I just looked up how it would be. How would you say four in ancient Greek? And it would be tetra. So I called this shit tetrident. So now you know that within my poem there is a word tetrident. So, and I made a reference, and I wrote that tetrident is a four-pointed weapon, so that just in case your intelligence is lower than 50 IQ, then you will understand that tetrident is like, you get the idea. That's it. Okay, so the candle holder is almost finished, I guess. I guess there is another name for candle holder. I really do want to say that it's chandelier, but chandelier is that type of shit that you hang that hangs on the what is it, ceiling. Yes, on the ceiling. but I think that there should be a separate word for this thing that holds candles. Okay, the candle holder is finished. Now wait, just a few more details. This one and this one. Now, okay, let's get to the book, I guess. So just some random writings, sort of here, and this one just will be filled with some light lines like this. You know, actually, when I told my friend yesterday that I was going to stream, he actually told me that um, my phone would be just simply over. It would simply overheat. But it's been more than 1 hour and it's still just moderately warm, so I guess I'm safe. This Chinese phone seems to be, quite reliable. Thank you, Mr. Xin Jinping. Xin Chao Hong Peng Sang Kong Sao Le Kong, or whatever the president, the king of China is. I don't know them. I don't really fucking care to be honest. Yes, it is quite durable, but my charge is depleting slowly, even though my phone is charging at the moment and it charges quite fast usually, but it's not charging right now. The charge isn't growing bigger, it's just growing more and more depleted, you know, grows depleted. Yeah, just some really great English for me, you see, just really, really, native like English, to grow depleted. That's great. Why can't I hear, plaudits, applauses here? Is there an applause react in the chat? Can you applaud to me? Because I have just said one of the shittiest thing a person can say in English, I guess. Oh my god, this chalice, it just fucking. Never mind, okay. It's shit, but I have to. Yeah, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, Skrillex. Thank you very much. Yeah. Um, this chalice is ugly because again I do have, that is one of the reasons why I have these half drawings. I just take one half, I just erase the other one, I copy it, I reverse it to the other side, and I just join them because my work with symmetry is quite poor to say the least. And just look at these. This is the, what is it, the base, the stem, so to say. This curve is this way, this curve is lower, and at the other degree it's just fucking horrible. But I guess it's like this shell is like a child. It's ugly, I want to kill it, but it's mine, so I have to love it. I ought to love it, and I will love it. I shall love it despite you people saying that it's ugly. But I believe in my chalice. I believe that it will grow mature, that it will um, accomplish a lot of things in life. So please, again, have patience, be tolerable, because it's my chalice. and I love it. I'm trying to give it some patterns to bedeck it, adorn it with patterns, as if thinking that it will amend the situation, but maybe it will. Who knows? It also would be cool if I got like $10 donations every 5 minutes, but unfortunately, it doesn't work like this. I don't know. Guys, when I started streaming, I thought that I would just sit here and just have really really nice small talk with you guys about cool things, and you would support me, and financially, and that would be very 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 splendid thing of a job. I thought that being a streamer is it is so easy, and for some reason I just started broadcasting, and I found out that I am just a stupid little fuck somewhere on the internet, and no people just really wish to like sit here and like send me like a million dollars per millisecond. I saw that clip where there was a woman, a female streamer, and she was streaming, and someone someone sent her like $100,000, and why is it happening to me, guys? Just could you please tell me? So yeah, actually, when I was little, when I was like 9 years of age or 10 years old, I really wanted to become a YouTuber, and um, I bought a mic, a very cheap one. It costed like it cost like 100 rubles at that time. A dollar was equal to 30 rubles, so it's like a $3 microphone, and I just decided to record something. I downloaded Bandicam, of course, that illegal version, and or fraps, something like that, some the most the simplest recording software you could find on the internet, and I just turned it on. I decided to record like 30 seconds for a test. I stopped the recording after 30 seconds and decided, I was so much fucking excited about that. And then you can imagine what a 10-year-old boy's voice could sound, especially if it was recorded with the help of a $3 mic. So you think that it was horrendous, and hell fucking yeah, it was. And I just had enough brains not to upload it on the internet. And that was the moment when I realized I wanted to um, rape women and mutilate their bodies. That was the moment when my reveries, my dreams, my aspirations just collapsed. I had some little hope, um, you know, burning somewhere within me, deep, deep, deep within me, and I tried to do the same thing a few more times, but it never worked. It never worked, and I thought, at that very moment, I thought billions must die. That was I thought. So yeah, so yeah. Oh, again, you don't see what I write. I'm sorry, what I draw. The camera placement is not the best, I guess, but what you gonna do? What I gonna do? Hell. Okay, now the bottle, I guess. I think it should be, yeah, it should be corked, I guess. Ba, 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 ba. You know, since I live in the dormitory, we can't go to shower uh, on weekends, and it is a weekend right now, which means that I can't go to shower. Hell yeah. It's so stupid. I don't know why this rule works. It's not that it's impossible to turn on the hot water or the light in the shower um, on the weekend. It's just not allowed to. Although I asked the women who do this shit to turn the light on, and they did when I really wanted to wash myself, but like this is one of the stupidest rules out there. I don't know why it was introduced, why it was accepted, who were people responsible for that shit, but this shit is shit. And you should know this. You should know in what horrendous conditions I live. You should know how badly I stink. Although I can wash my head, by the way, but I can do that in the sink, which again isn't the most comfortable way of washing your hair, but I guess it is the best way in my situation. Just wait a second. Okay, I recommence. Da, 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 da. There's a fun fact. If you haven't spoken a language like a native speaker until 10 years of age, approximately, you will never be able to speak this language like a native speaker, since your jaw kind of petrifies in the state that is the best for speaking the language that you have been speaking up to 10 years of age. So if you speak like a native speaker, uh, if you speak English like a native speaker, that means that your jaw will be basically English. If you speak two languages, that means that your jaw can adapt to that second language and that you can speak both languages like a native speaker. But if you haven't been talking, no fucking way you speak like natives. And so once I was streaming, and I definitely know that my English isn't that one of native speakers, although sometimes I do really try hard to sound uh, natural, quotation marks, but I just know that there is no real point in that. But still, and once, there was a guy whom I asked how I sound like and whether I do or do not sound like a Russian person, whether he could say that I was Russian from what he could hear. And he said that he at that moment he didn't know that I was Russian, but he said that I sounded either like a French person or like a Polish one. What the actual fuck is that? How can you do I really sound like something between um, Polish and French? How can that even be possible? They're not similar. They're not alike in any fucking regard. It's not. They're not the same. It's just bullshit, you know. I mean, I can accept the fact that I sound like a Polish person, but it's really confuses me that uh, I sounded like French for somebody. By the way, I've been streaming for kind of an hour and a half, and you see I'm quite close to finishing the picture. So that means that I think that I will finish it within 2 hours. That is my prediction, or even less, maybe. All right, so it seems like the only thing that is left is the unfolded part of the scroll. So I think I'm gonna fill it with some, I don't know, gibberish Hebrew like symbols. Because why not? Because I like how Hebrew looks. You know, Hebrew looks cool. Do you find Hebrew cool or not? Or Arabic script? I think it's kind of cool. Oh no, I probably won't be. Okay, let it be. It's not really Hebrew like, but Oh no, it actually does look like Hebrew things, so okay, I'll fill it just with shit here. Now that I'm looking at it, it doesn't really look natural, I guess, because it means that uh, every single line in that scroll would contain only 5 to 6 symbols, which is too few, I suppose. But and it doesn't really matter because it's going to be this very illustration is going to be sort of in the background, so it will be lighted up. It will be semi-transparent, I guess, so not too many people are going to pay attention to the fact that it's stupid and not realistic. It is so tiring to draw all these symbols. GD just makes people feeble. It sucks out all your, life powers, I guess. These fucking cubes. This cube, it just grieves you of your life energy. You're going to die like, like rock band players, you know, um, at the age of 27 or something like that, due to the heroin overdose, I guess. Something like that. What would you choose? $1 million or um, death due to heroin overdose? Let's find out. Hey, Jawbreaker just said the same. He said that 2.2 kind of was the finish for him. What's the point? I mean, GD has become the greatest since its original state. I guess all these opportunities, like music, SFX effects, camera effects, filters. And now GD is now like a fucking movie maker, really. So what's so bad about it? Ah, total. Actually, just do do as I do. I never use these complicated move triggers like camera stuff and things like that. All I did, all this, all this, GD career was just um, stuffing blocks with thousands of glowy objects, and that's it. And people ate it. People have been eating this shit for ages, and they called me legendary. You know, dominate, have power over them. Suggest suggest it to people, hypnotize them, dominate the Geometry Dash world. Just imagine what would I do to these fucking stupid Zoomer kids or Alpha kids. What generation is it going right now? I don't fucking care. What would I do you know, if I was still playing, if I could still, make um, that 2 million, 3 million, 4 million object levels? They would just go mad. Literally, they would just die, I think. It's actually so pleasant that, um, every now and then, every few months, or sometimes every half a year or so, it depends. I just decide to randomly look up corn on YouTube, just type corn and see what's new. And I'm surprised because there are still people who record showcases of corn. Like a few months ago, like a few weeks ago, this level was released when I was in the ninth grade. That means that more than 6 years have elapsed since that point, and people still, they do remember it. It No, it was 2.1 already, but an entire epoch has passed in terms of this game, and people do still remember this level. There are quite a lot of popular levels like I Spy with My Little Eye, that type of shit, but people kind of record it and just simply forget about it. There is a point when such levels hype, and then there's just dead silence a few months after that. And corn, I haven't been looking uh, corn up for a few months, but just be sure if you do that right now, you will see some recent results, and that's just it gladdens me still, that 6-year-old work of mine. Okay, so basically the drawing is finally finished. So here how it looks, the scroll, the book, the ink bottle, the ink file, the candle holder, the candles, the quill, the orange, the chalice, the bottle, the globus, everything is perfect in this picture. Like, really, nothing to add. Literally nothing. I mean, I could add a couple of books standing like that in the background, maybe. Oh, it's been um, 1 hour and almost 40 minutes. So I think I do have some time before 2 hours elapse. And yeah, okay, let me just add add a book, just as I said. Okay, only one book. Let it be just only one book. Let me check the heat of my phone. Oh, it's just the same. I think I shouldn't be really worried about the overheating of the phone. What do you mean simple? I can say that all my levels are quite simple in terms of, the lack of that move triggers. There is. I just hate it when a level has. That's it. The hellish trend has been a trend for quite a few years, so I guess people just got used to it. Um, I don't know. I just hate when a level contains this shit when black becomes white and white becomes back instantly, and white becomes black instantly, and they change, and when the book has some beats, and each single beat colors reverse and they flash. I mean, that's, I don't know, probably there are some people out there who do like it, but um not for me, I guess. It's like, it's a cheap trick in my opinion. It's like you just put a trigger, put a second one nearby. Yeah, I understand it. It's like, and you just copy these triggers and you just match the beats of the music, and that's it. Now you just take a platform, put it 3 blocks lower, and then you put a move trigger to that. It's just too stupid. I don't know. So yeah, a lot of people actually said that he liked the level because it kind of told a story, which is, no wonder since I put that stupid, chapters within the level. But like, a lot of people liked it, and so do I guess. And it's kind of surprising that I managed to finish the level within literally 8 months or something like that. That dude, Semifine, he had been building a level like that Sidulus thing. Do you remember Sidulus? For like 3 or 4 years. I mean, I don't say Sidulus is bad. It is good, believe me. But like, really, 4 years? Mm, I mean, the level is nice. It's fancy. It's so detailed. But like, not for 4 years. Okay, but maybe he has a job after all. Okay, finally, here's the final result. It took me 1 hour and 43 minutes to finish it, given the fact that I have already had the layout, right, so to speak, the lines prepared. So yeah, that's it. What time is it? By the way, let me check. It's 8:30. Maybe, maybe I should start another drawing. Although I feel a little bit hungry, I also need to, get some beer. I just don't really. I feel like people, they start a project, then a few weeks or months later they stop working thereon, then they wait like 4 years, they finish the level within like a few more months, and then it goes like 5 months in total, 5 months of work in total. But at the end of the day, they say like, it's been 5 years. I mean, no way it took you 5 years. I mean, the level looks good, but like, don't over accentuate, man. All right. Okay, that's it. I guess that is the stream for today. Maybe I will launch a second one later on. Maybe I won't. I don't know. Um, there's my like on a ready-made level. Like, can I open the level up and see how much time the creators spent working thereon? Well, that's. I mean, it's surprising that such an information is actually stored somewhere within the game files. So yeah, I guess that's it for today. I will definitely stream tomorrow at the approximately same time, I guess. Maybe later. Maybe later. So yeah, that's it. Thank you for you created levels. Yeah, it's logical. Yeah. That's it for today. Thank you, Skrillex, I guess, for for watching it. Yeah. So yeah, till tomorrow, I guess, at the same time. So yeah, bye for now.